let's bring in former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert. Great to have you here, Mr. Prime Minister. So wonderful to see you here again. First off, where do you see the conflict headed? Of course, first and foremost, we are praying that all the hostages come home soon.
Yeah, as far as we are concerned, I think this is the main objective at this point, more than anything else. We need to see the hostages back. There are 133 of them. I'm not certain that I know how many of them are still alive. Perhaps many of them, more than half of them, are not alive anymore. But we still need to see all of them, bring them back. And I think that Israel now comes to the point where it understands that we will have to make a deal, something that we don't like, but we will have to stop the fighting. We'll have to stop the fighting in order to get the hostages back. And I hope that this is something that will be concluded within a few days.
When you say concluded in a few days, where do you see that going, Mr. Prime Minister? Do you believe Rafah will happen, or do you believe some deal will happen?
No, I hope that Rafah will not happen. Quite frankly, I can understand the desire. I was in charge of the Israeli government, and we had an operation in Gaza, and I thought then that even though the Rafah area is very important, particularly the Philadelphia line, which is the border point between Rafah and Egypt, and underneath the Philadelphia line, there are many tunnels wherefrom they smuggled lots of the weapons. So ideally, Israel would have loved to control it, but I don't think that at this point now to continue the battle at the cost of losing the hostages is worth it. We have to decide what is more important for us. And more important for us is to bring the hostages back. Gaza will not disappear, and we will not disappear. And if there will be in the future terrorist attempts, as they were perpetrated by Hamas in the last year, trust me that next time we will not be asleep at the time that they will try to thrust across the border into the state of Israel. They will be stopped long before, and the outcome will be devastating for them. It's been devastating for them already. Let's face it. There are more than 12,000 Palestinian Hamas fighters that were killed. Most of the tunnels were destroyed. Most of the command positions were destroyed. Most of the launchers were destroyed. Most of the weapons were destroyed. So it's maybe not an absolute victory, as the Prime Minister proclaimed. And I don't know what absolute victory is, but we have won this war in a very significant way. And if now what needs to be done is to stop in order to bring the hostages, then that's what we have to do.
Iran has been saying that it has even bigger weapons than they have used. We know that they were lobbing, of course, those cruise missiles and the drones recently at Israel, but they said that they have much more powerful weapons. You understand nuclear facilities. Very famously in 2007, Israel destroyed under your leadership, Mr. Prime Minister, Syria's nuclear reactor, the Operation Out of the Box that came out later by the Israeli Air Force, which was very successful. Do you believe maybe it's time now to take out Iran or do something more because this could obviously happen all over again?
I don't think that Iran, at this point, now, while we speak, that they possess nuclear power. They are close to achieve it. If they will decide to move forward with their programs, they might be in a position to have it. I think that this is not just a problem of Israel, it's the problem of all the Western world. Certainly, first and foremost, America. And I think that President Biden is fully aware of that. So if in the worst possible event, if they will try to renew their ballistic missile attacks, even without nuclear weapons, we know how to deal with it. It may be damaging. We also know how to counter-offensive. And it may be very damaging to them. So I think if there is something that they have learned over the last couple of weeks, is that they shot about 400 or 500 missiles, drones, you name it. And 99% of them were intercepted by us and by America and by Great Britain, by France, and so on. So I think that this is a danger. This is a threat. It's serious. I think that we know how to deal with it, particularly if we will be smart enough to maintain the kind of cooperation that we have held with the United States up until now, and that hopefully if the Israeli leadership will not be provocative as far as the American president is concerned, is great, as far as we are concerned, is the greatest friend that we ever had in the Oval Office. What he did is admirable, and we admire and grateful for his support. So I think that Iran is a problem, but nothing can be resolved overnight in a simplistic way. The Iranians suffered a blow when they shot at us these hundreds of missiles and cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, drones, and they all went intercepted. If they will try again, I think the Israeli response and the American response will be much tougher and much more damaging, and I think that they are fully aware of it. So we have to be careful, we have to be aware, we have to be worried, but we don't have to panic. Leadership is measured by the ability to act in a cool-headed manner, and that's what we expect from everyone.
Yeah, and that's very important, no doubt at this time, Mr. Prime Minister. Before I let you go, I do want to ask you, because, boy, we are witnessing these horrible displays of anti-Semitism across America's college campuses. How chilling is it for you to hear these chants of death to Israel? There are protesters with signs actually promoting the final solution, the extermination of Jews. We love Hamas. It's chilling for us to see this. And someone like me, I have such appreciation and respect of Israel, as you know, for so many years. What goes through your mind when you see this happening on American college campuses and really vile pro-Hamas, blatantly pro-Hamas comments?
It's heartbreaking. It's something that, while we suspected in the past that there is a certain spirit of anti-Israeli attitude in many of the campuses, perhaps because of the fact that Israel is perceived to be an occupier in the territories, which is something that is many of the students across the campuses are very sensitive to, but it has gone far beyond anything that we have known or anticipated in, I think, in my lifetime. And I think that we'll have to invest a lot of thinking. And you guys, I mean, your country, America, will have to think about what we do in order to change the attitude and how to combat this anti-Semitic hatred, which is threatening the lives of many Jews in America and many Israelis, which are occupying many of the important positions in different American universities. We don't send terrorists to America. We send the best professors, the best students, the best innovators, the best technologies that we possess, that we have created, and we want to cooperate on that basis and share it with everyone that are part of the university and the campuses: Muslims, Christians, East Asians, people from Muslim countries. We don't want to fight in the campuses. And I hope that once this war is concluded, soon I hope, and the sights on televisions will not be of the broken and destroyed parts of Gaza destroyed, I think that perhaps the attitude will change, and we'll be able to embark on a certain dialogue that will change the atmosphere in these places.
Well,
but it's very warm.
Yeah, we certainly all pray for peace, no doubt. Mr. Prime Minister, what an honor to see you again, my friend. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Rita.